We begin again this week with Dr. Amy Hagerman, our OSU Extension Ag Policy Specialist, talking about the new spending bill, in particular how things are going to affect agriculture. You've had some time now to kind of review some of the details.
Yeah, so there are some really great details in here that I think will be beneficial to Oklahoma agriculture, and some things that we've been discussing for a while now with producers that they really wanted to see going forward.
A lot of those details you mentioned impact USDA. Kind of give us the rundown that Oklahoma producers specifically may want to keep track of.
Yeah, there are several, and we'll break them down by agency. So first, for the Farm Service Agency, there's some assurance that county offices will remain open even as this reorganization process continues to be discussed at USDA. There's also $15 million being set aside to fill existing and anticipated vacancies within the agencies. In addition, the NRCS, the Natural Resource Conservation Service, is going to receive additional funds for technical support for producers. These are those initial consultations with producers that allow them to get an idea of what a conservation plan could be for their particular office. In addition, for the National Agricultural Statistics Service, the July cattle report is going to come out each year going forward. We've missed a couple of years of that report, and producers really wanted to see it. That's critical timing in terms of planning for their calf crop for the coming year and what markets might be doing in the fall. Also, there's provisions there to keep research stations open. That's research that comes back to us out in the states and helps us both as a land-grant university and then also as an extension service to get good research-based information out to producers in the state. And finally, the cattle contract pilot program, which is there to kind of increase this transparency in cattle prices over time, received an additional infusion of funds. So you put all of these things together and you really have a lot of assurance of continuing services for cattle producers and farmers in the state.
SNAP was a big part of the discussion the last couple of months. Where are we there in terms of SNAP recipients receiving payments and kind of things starting to get rolling again?
So these things always take a little bit of time, but the payments are rolling back out to those families that are in need, that need those food services over time. There is also, I will say, some assurance of SNAP benefits being available all the way out through the end of the fiscal year in this bill. So even though some agencies may be in a continuing discussion or even a partial government shutdown in January, depending on what happens, those food benefits will be there for families that need them all the way out through the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th, 2026. And that's some needed assurance for families that were struggling in the last month during the shutdown.
Usually fall pretty busy time for our producers interacting with the USDA folks and various programs.
Yeah.
Kind of what's that scenario going to look like this time around?
So I've already started hearing from some colleagues at USDA. They are definitely hard at work trying to address the backlog that has sort of built up over that window of time. They're going to prioritize getting some of those payments out right away that would usually come out in October. And then also we've got all our normal activities that would occur in October, November, like crop progress reports, planting reports, also any kind of applications that might be coming out going forward we would normally see in the fall, like EQIP or your ARC and PLC election. We should start seeing those announcements very soon.
Okay, very good. Amy, thanks for the update, and I'm sure we'll see you again very soon.